Hello and welcome to this session. This is Professor Farhat, in which we will discuss backup withholding. Now, the word withholding, you should be familiar with it. From where? As an employee, you are getting paid with a paycheck and you will get a W-2. Every paycheck, the government will take, not the government, your employer will send to the government a certain amount of your pay. For example, if you are paid $1,000, your gross pay, your employer may take out $150 in withholding and send it to the IRS. That's part of their requirement. Part of being an employer, you're supposed to withhold money, taxes, and send to the federal government. Now, what is backup withholding? Backup withholding is similar in concept. It's a mechanism where a payer, like a bank, a casino, or obviously an employer in terms of wages, withhold taxes from a payment before giving it to you and sending it directly to the IRS. Now, for a W-2, we are all familiar with that. You get paid your net amount after your employer sends a certain amount of money to the government. In other circumstances, the government wants this backup withholding as a safety net to ensure that they are collecting the taxes from income that is not usually subject to automatic withholding. Automatic withholding is like wages. Automatic withholding, the employer takes money out. Under certain circumstances, if you're an independent contractor, if you have gambling winnings, if you have maybe some interest income, maybe the government is afraid you are not going to pay your taxes on this income. Therefore, they want the person, the party that's paying you this money, for example, in terms of the gambling winning, the casino, to withhold. It's called backup withholding. The current rate for backup withholding is 24%, and that doesn't usually change much from year to year. For U.S. citizen and resident alien, though, this is important because we will have a different percentage for people who are not U.S. citizen and resident alien. What are we talking about here? We're talking about international taxpayers. Income types. Common income type include interest, dividend, rent, royalties, payment to independent contractors, and gambling winning. Those could be subject to backup withholding from the payor, the party that's paying you this money. And this is not a penalty. Just want to make sure you're aware of this. This is considered an advanced payment of tax. Remember, the backup withholding is a safety net to the IRS. The IRS wants their money up front. Therefore, what's going to happen at the end of the year, just like you would receive your W-2 for the employer withholding, you would receive some type of a reporting from the casino, from the bank, from your financial institution telling you that you have withholding. It means you already paid your money. So if that money is yours, apply and get a refund. If not, you already paid your taxes and you are all good to go. When you file your income tax return, report this money. Now, under what circumstances this backup withholding get triggered? There are certain circumstances. Let's go ahead and discuss those circumstances. Before we proceed any further, I have a public announcement about my company, FarhatLectures.com. You are here because you are serious about mastering taxation. Whether you are taking a tax course, studying for the CPA exam, or enrolled agent, tax feels overwhelming, not because it's impossible, but because it's dense, detailed, and often taught at a pace that doesn't match the way you learn. The rules can feel disconnected, and the logic isn't always explained clearly. At Farhat Lectures, we slow it down. We explain the why behind the rules, break concept into simple steps, and rebuild your understanding from the ground up without assuming any prior knowledge. When explanation matches your learning, everything changes. The confusion fades, the rules start to connect, and tax becomes manageable. If you are ready to understand tax with clarity and confidence, start your free trial at FarhatLectures.com, and let's build your tax foundation together. The four triggers that could trigger backup withholding is where the payer, the business, they are legally forced to do that. Well, the business or the financial institution must. It must means they have to. It's required by the government, by the IRS. If there's a missing TIN, tax identification number, usually it's a social security or ITIN, we talked about those. So the individual, the customer at that institution fails to provide a valid 10, valid taxpayer identification number, a valid social security. Then the bank is required to withhold from any interest if they're U.S. resident or U.S. citizen 24%. Incorrect 10. The IRS notifies the payer that their social security on file does not match the IRS record. If there is underreporting history, the IRS notified the payer that the individual failed to report interest or dividend income on past return. Now, trigger number 3, it doesn't happen immediately. The IRS must mail you 4 separate notices at least 120 days before they notify your payer to start backup withholding. They will notify you, look, you're not paying your interest and dividend. You're not paying your interest and dividend. Then if that's the case, they will notify the bank or the financial institution, start to take our taxes up front from this individual. So this gives the taxpayer the time to correct the underreporting, but if ignored, the withholding kicks in automatically on future payments. And the payee failed to certify that they are not subject to backup withholding. And every time you get a job, I'm sure you're familiar with this, you fill out a form called W-9. And this form tells your employer that you are a U.S. citizen, you are subject to Social Security, and also you will be paying your taxes and your Social Security is correct. Basically, it's a Form W-9 to certify you that there's no need to back up withholding. You are going to be filing taxes with the U.S. government. Those are the 4 triggers. Now let's talk about international taxpayers. Non-residents face a steeper rate if they don't comply with documentation rules. Remember, in the US, we have 24% backup withholding rate for US citizen and resident alien. If you're a non-resident alien, basically international, you face a 30% withholding on US source income unless a tax treaty reduces it. And what triggers this? Well, if a non-resident investor, like a Spanish citizen living in Spain, holds a US investment but failed to provide tax ID to the investment firm, the firm is required to automatically withhold 30% of income. And my second job after college, when I graduated long time ago, what I did is I worked with Merrill Lynch in their employee stock purchase plan, and we had customers from all over the world, from Asian countries, European countries, and they would call to, let's assume they have 1,000 shares of Intel stock and the stock is trading at $20. They wanted to sell it, and I'll be placing the trade. I would say I'm going to sell 1,000 shares at $20 and your gross proceeds is $20,000. Then I would say, due to withholding, we're going to be taking 30%. Therefore, you would be receiving $14,000. And those individuals, they were very, very upset because you're taking away 30% of their income and they did not understand why. Well, I would say this is a backup withholding because you are not a U.S. citizen and you did not file a form called W-8BEN. And say, okay, how do I file this form? Say, okay, you would send them the form, or back then the internet was not very common. I would tell them, we'll fax it to them. They will fill it out, then fax it back to us in order to remove this withholding from the record. So this ensures that the U.S. government collect their income before leaving the country, unless the non-resident alien file a W-8BEN to avoid backup withholding. Now, just kind of make this story a little bit more interesting. This was happening a lot. So let's assume again they have 1,000 shares, and when they called initially the price was 20. By the time they figured this out, send us the W-8BEN, the price would have been 18 or 19 or 22. But what happened is they missed the price that they wanted to sell the stock at, and the price at that point, the market was very volatile. It was very stressful for them, stressful for us, but there's nothing we can do except please, fill out the form as soon as possible, fax it so we can update your system. And for some companies, to make things worse, back then the software, you would need it. For certain companies, you would need the software to update overnight, so they could not sell their stock without the withholding until the following day, and that was very stressful for them because the following day you don't know what the market would be. Again, I used to feel bad for these customers, but I was just an employee. I'm just telling you this from an experience perspective. So if you're international and you have investment in the US, make sure to comply and fill out your Form W-8BEN, so no backup withholding. You avoid the backup withholding. Let's take a look at this example for a US taxpayer. Lucas, the lucky gambler, hits a $10,000 jackpot at a local casino slot machine. Great. Here's the conflict. When he wanted to collect his money, the casino asked for the Social Security. Lucas says, I'm not going to give my Social Security because of privacy concern. Well, the consequences is what? Well, we cannot give you the full amount. The casino cannot release the full amount. The casino can release 10,000 minus 24%, which is 2,400. So Lucas can walk away with 7,600. If Lucas is not happy with this, what they can do, they will get a W-2G form at the end of the year showing them that they already paid to the IRS 2,400, and when they file the return, it's a backup. They will get it back if they, if they don't owe any money, and that's that. That's all I have to do. Or provide the Social Security and get, fill out the form, provide the Social Security, and get the 10,000 and pay the taxes later if you owe money on this taxes. Otherwise, the government want their money up front. And the casino said, how do we make sure that we tell the government that you made this money? We need your Social Security. Now, casinos also must report gambling winning to the IRS if the payout exceeds 1,200 and 600 for a certain game. So when they ask for the Social Security, they are fulfilling legal reporting requirement. Otherwise, the government will come down on them. So refusing to provide it forces them to withhold 24% to protect themselves from IRS penalties. Because if they don't withhold this money, the IRS will penalize them. Therefore, they will not give you the full amount. They will have a backup withholding. Let's take a look at this multiple choice question from farhatlectures.com. In 2025, Jonathan, a U.S. citizen, opens a high-yield savings account but neglects to provide his Social Security to the bank despite multiple requests. Because the bank does not have a valid tax identification number on file, they must legally begin backup withholding on his interest earning. What percentage of Jonathan's interest payment must the bank withhold and remit to the IRS? Now, if you don't know what backup withholding are, you could ask the AI, explain this topic for me on Farhat Lectures. Otherwise, if you know the answer, what's the answer? For U.S. citizen and resident alien, the backup withholding is 24, not 30. The 30 is for international. Think of non-U.S. citizen, non-resident alien. Make sure you're aware of that. Now, if you want further explanation about the answers, you can ask the AI to explain it or create a similar MCQ about backup withholding. What should you do now? Whether you are a CPA exam candidate, enrolled agent, accounting student, Farhat Lectures is the place to go to. Lectures, podcasts, multiple choice, AI tools. Invest in yourself. That's the best investment. Don't gamble. Stay safe.